In a small town, nestled among green hills, there lived a cat named Murzik. He was not just an ordinary cat, but a true explorer. Every day, Murzik set off on new adventures, exploring the surroundings of his home. His favorite place was an old abandoned mill on the edge of the forest. One day, as the sun began to rise over the horizon, Murzik decided it was time to embark on another journey. He stretched, rubbed against the wall, and with a soft rustle, dashed out into the street. That day, he felt that something special awaited him. Approaching the mill, Murzik noticed that the door, which had always been locked, was slightly ajar. His curiosity got the better of him, and he cautiously peeked inside. It was dark and dusty within the mill, but in the corner, he saw a bright light. Murzik, without a second thought, stepped inside. As he got closer, he realized that the light was coming from a strange object, an ancient compass that seemed to glow on its own. Murzik, being a clever and resourceful cat, understood that this compass could lead him to something amazing. He carefully reached out with his paw, and at that moment, the compass began to spin, pointing towards the forest. Without hesitation, Murzik decided to follow the compass. He exited the mill and headed into the woods. The trees whispered in the wind, and the birds chirped cheerfully, as if encouraging him. Murzik walked further and further until he stumbled upon a small clearing, where bright flowers bloomed and an old, moss-covered stone statue stood. The statue depicted a cat, but not just any cat, it wore a crown on its head. Murzik approached and noticed that the statue held a small scroll in its paws. He gently tugged at the scroll, and it easily slipped from the statue's grip. Unrolling it, Murzik read, "He who finds this scroll shall become the guardian of the forest and gain the power to protect it." Murzik was thrilled. He had always dreamed of adventures, and now he had the chance to become a true hero. Suddenly, he heard rustling in the bushes. A group of forest animals, rabbits, squirrels, and even an old wise owl, emerged. They stopped, seeing Murzik with the scroll in his paws. "You are our savior," exclaimed one of the rabbits. "The forest is in danger. A wicked witch wants to destroy it." Without hesitation, Murzik agreed to help. He gathered all the animals, and together they devised a plan. With the help of the compass, Murzik and his new friends found the witch's lair, which was located on the other side of the forest. When they approached her home, Murzik felt his heart racing with excitement. The witch, seeing them, laughed. "What do you plan to do, little creatures? You cannot stop me." But Murzik, recalling the words of the scroll, raised the compass and declared, "I, Murzik, guardian of the forest, protect it from evil." At that moment, the compass shone with a bright light, and a protective circle formed around the witch. The witch, frightened, tried to flee, but the light of the compass wouldn't let her escape. All the animals combined their strength, and together they drove her out of the forest. When the witch disappeared, the forest filled with joy and light. Murzik became a true hero. He returned to the clearing where the statue stood and placed the scroll back in the paws of the cat. Now he knew that his adventures were just beginning. The forest was safe, and he was ready for new challenges. From that day on, Murzik became not only an explorer but also a protector of his forest, and his friends were always nearby, ready to support him in any adventure. Every evening, as the sun set, they gathered in the clearing, sharing stories of their exploits and dreaming of new adventures that awaited them ahead.